Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I'm down here behind the house, down here at the ponds, one of my favorite places to come and just sit and meditate and just think on my day and get creative and connect with wildlife. Usually it's a lot of wildlife down here, but I'm down here talking today and stirring around, so it's probably not much going to be stirring right now, but it's a really beautiful place, y'all. But yeah, I've been aiming to tell my life story and about my struggle with addiction and homelessness and being incarcerated and being an alcoholic for so many years. I drank you all for 25 years and was incarcerated for about 16 of those, and was even drinking inside of prisons and jails. You know, I wouldn't stop. And now I've stopped. I've gotten sober, and I want to help people. I want to help people, you know, by sharing the strength and hope and experience of this video and everything that I went through, to hopefully they won't have to go through the same things I did and all the pain that I went through, because Lord knows I went through a lot of pain. I went through a lot, especially when I was in prison and lost mom and dad while I was in there, and I didn't get to go to their funerals or nothing like that. But I don't want to go into no kind of like sob story with you guys here. I don't want to bore you either. But what I want to do is let you know that I've gotten sober and I've gotten clean. And I want you to know, if you're struggling with any kind of addiction today, that you can do it as well. One of the things for me, guys, is when I came out of, remember I was saying I was in orphanages and boys' homes and stuff like that. Well, when I came out of that stuff, and when I was like 18 or 19 years old, I absolutely knew nothing at all about life or anything about how life worked. I had no upbringing, nobody to teach me, to tell me about life. The only thing I really got from the state was an education, a book education, but no mother and father upbringing, which really hurt me because I came out a young adult thinking I knew everything and knew nothing. And life just kept throwing snowball after snowball at me and kept overwhelming me, you guys. And I got into drinking, I got married, and you know, when times would get tough and I wouldn't know what to do, I would drink, you know, just not knowing how life operated. You know, thinking everything that I thought was always what was going to happen, something that was coming ahead of me, you know, and then leading myself into that, you know, when I really don't know what's going to happen, you guys, and nobody does, but our minds like to try to play tricks on us that way. And now I've been able to free myself from my mind and my thoughts taking me in places that I don't want them to take me, you know, in negative places and things like that, because negativity is bad. And my thoughts, when I think them, I analyze them and I realize, hey, are these good thoughts or are these bad thoughts? You know, because we really have to weed out between our thoughts what are good or bad, because bad thoughts hurt us and good ones help us, you know, because really it's what we think is what we are, you know, and it's our perception of ourselves, folks, that matters. You know, how we see ourselves, because if we see ourselves bad, we're going to see our world bad around us. I know, because I've experienced it, and it's hell inside of a hell, you know. But the thing for me is, you know, how did I get to like myself when I had been such a bad person and was drinking? And, you know, so I changed my ways, and I didn't like what I saw about myself, so I started, you know, doing better things. And the only problem with that is when other people didn't love me back when I was being nice, I said, you know, I'm not going to love them anymore, you know, and there I was stunting my growth again. And I didn't realize that, you guys. You know, I went through 16 years of incarcerated, 25 years of drinking total, you know, you guys, and I didn't know none of this. You know, I was just dumbfounded about the whole concept of it, you know, and having irrational thoughts and letting them run away with me and going, you know, having my emotions tied in with those. Now I can understand that those are thoughts that come and go, and I don't have to, you know, go on those thoughts, and nobody does. And that's where we have our control and power at, folks, is when we know that our thoughts are bad. You know, we can think about the things we're thinking about, and the main key here, folks, is what I found is learning to have a relationship with ourselves, you know, and that was impossible if I didn't like what I was doing. And when I was able to change my ways and do things that were good, I started liking who I was. And when that happened, I was able to love life and love nature like I'm doing now, and I'm out in wildlife, and I never used to do things like this and feed wildlife and all that. So what this is about, folks, is a relationship with yourself, and I didn't know myself at all, and I got to know myself when I was in prison. And I'm telling you, getting to know yourself is something else. We say we know ourselves, but do we really? Do we know what we like? Do we know what we like to eat? Do we know what we like to wear? All these things. Because true happiness comes from within, folks. It doesn't come from without. Material things, money, all that is short-term happiness that will fail you. I promise you, folks, anything that brings you pleasure will also bring you pain. I know this. I've experienced it. It's heartbreaking, but it's the truth. So today, I just want to let you know that I'm still in recovery. I'm going to school, as some people know that's been following me. I'm taking psychology with the concentration in addictions. Right now I have straight A's. I'm really excited about this. Being an addictions counselor is really exciting for me. I really want to help people. And, it's part of my recovery as also everybody else's. I've struggled with addictions and homelessness and being incarcerated, and now I've gotten free from all of that. And I want to help people to be able to get free as well, and to show them how to do that and how to believe in themselves. We always look for other people to believe in us, but we need to believe in ourselves because we can do it. For so many years, guys, I would do things and it wouldn't work out. And I would have this illusion in my mind I was a complete failure, that it would never happen for me. But something, guys, I abandoned a lot of things I should have never gave up on in life. And I wished I hadn't, because now I know that the harder I try at something, if I fail, if I don't give up and just keep going and don't give up, that's the secret. Don't give up. It might take a day, it might take a week, it might take a month, you guys, but don't give up. And whatever that you want in your life, hold it in your mind. If it's a beautiful car, if it's a wife or a husband you're looking for, a good relationship, whatever that may be, hold that thought in your mind, folks. Claim it, own that thought. And don't let negative thoughts get inside of you, folks. And I want to be back here every week, and eventually I'd like to get a podcast going where I can get on here and give out some good quotes and things like that for you guys weekly, and also it'll be encouragement from me and everybody else as well. But I just want to thank you guys for following along with me. And I'll be back with more of you guys. I know you got to be interested in the years I was incarcerated. And I probably won't go into a whole lot of details that are really inappropriate or anything like that. So it won't be nothing gruesome that you're going to hear in any of my videos. But it will just explain how lonely and depressed I was when I was incarcerated, and how I lost my parents and went through a divorce and everything like that, you guys. And I'm going to tell you what, there's no way today I should be living. As many freak accidents as I've had, I've been shot at, I've been in multiple car accidents that should have killed me, I've been beat up bad in prison, all sorts of things. I've had a gun put in my mouth. There's no reason I should be here today. But I believe that my purpose here today is to tell this story of hope, to let you all know that you're not alone. That if you've been through something in life, I have too. And I want you to know that you're not alone, that you can do this, to hang in there. Start loving yourself today. If you can look at yourself today and you don't like yourself, well, just do something nice today for somebody or yourself, and gradually do that over and over. And I promise you'll start liking who you are. And I promise you that you'll start liking your life, those around you, and then you'll be able to connect with life the way I am out here. It is so peaceful. You can just put your whole spirit and energy into everything. Well, you guys stick around, like and subscribe. I'll be back with more stories of how I got out of addiction, homelessness, and all that, you guys, because it's a heck of a story, especially how I got out of homelessness. Man, it's so tough to find a place, and how I almost gave up, but I never did, and how I was on the streets all those years and getting robbed and beat up on the streets, but I never gave up, folks. And guess what? On top of that hill up there, I have a beautiful home now that's all mine, that nobody lives with me. And I'm out here enjoying my life, being in recovery, staying sober and clean, and loving life. Y'all stick around. I'll be back with more for you soon. Y'all take care. Bye now.